listeners at home. My name is Abimbola Abigail Alaba. I will be your Ace Radio School Science teacher. Today, I'll be teaching the circulatory system. Did I hear you say big grammar? Don't worry, I'll break it down. At the end of this class, you should be able to state the function of the heart and to describe the blood cells and blood vessels. Now let's go to the circulatory system. The circulatory system is responsible for carrying substances around the body. Can you mention the organs that make up the circulatory system? Can't hear you. Say it louder. Yes, we have the heart, the blood, and the blood vessels. Now pay close attention. Let's start with the heart. The main function of the heart is to pump blood around the body. Now the heart is made up of 4 chambers, and we will go into details of those chambers later. The second organ is the blood. I know not many people know that the blood is an organ. The blood consists of the solid part, which is made up of cells, while the liquid part is made up of, can you guess? Well, if you guessed plasma, then you're right. Now let's say that again. Plasma. It is spelled Plasma. I'll take that again. Plasma. That's how you spell plasma. And that's the liquid component of the blood. The function of the plasma is to carry waste to where it is removed from the body. Now the cells of the blood. The cells of the blood is majorly 3. We have the red blood cells, have the white blood cells, and we have the platelets. The cells of the blood are 3. The red blood cells, the white blood cells, and the platelets. The red blood cells contains hemoglobin, which helps to carry oxygen around the body. Hemoglobin is spelled as HAEMOGLOBIN. HAEMOGLOBIN. That's another big word, right? Now, what is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is the substance that gives the red blood cells the characteristic color. Now, when you have an injury or something, and then blood comes out of your body, it is characteristically red. It is going to be strange for your blood to be another color, like blue, for example. Well, hemoglobin gives your blood the color red, and it helps to carry oxygen around the body. The white blood cells. Did I hear you say soldiers? Yes, you must be a guru. The white blood cells are, in quotes, soldiers. They help to fight germs like COVID-19. Seriously, this is no jokes. They do. They fight any bacteria or germs that come into your body. Now imagine soldiers that are just in your body, and then one germ just comes and they all just go with their spears and they go to fight against the germ. Like, you can't take over the body of my person. You can't take over. They fight germs away, and they do that for COVID-19 too. Lastly, the platelets, they prevent loss of blood from the body in the event of an injury. Now, this is an extensive discussion. When there is an injury, the platelets have some fibers that come together to help heal that injury. Now, if you remember correctly, when you bruised your knee or you had a little cut on your arm, in few days you notice that cut starts to close gradually. It looks like someone is using thread to sew the injury together. That is what your platelets do. They help to prevent loss of blood. They stop the loss of blood when you have an injury. Now, before we move on, let's do a recap. A recap means we're going to summarize what we've learned today. So far, we have talked about the function of the heart, which is to pump blood. We have also agreed that the blood is made up of plasma, which which is the liquid part of the blood. And the solid part includes the cells of the blood, which is the red, the white, and the blood platelets. Finally, we have the blood vessels. Just like houses have pipes that brings water to the house, and some other pipes take water out of the house, blood vessels carry blood around the body. Now, for us to be alive, of course, when the heart pumps blood, what transports the blood from the heart to other parts of the body is what we call the blood vessels, right? So we have some blood vessels take blood from the heart to the body, whereby it is taking oxygen to other parts of the body so they can remain alive. And then some vessels take blood away from the body. That is the blood that has been deoxygenated. Deoxygenated means the blood where the oxygen has already been used. Now it takes it back into the heart for it to receive oxygen and then pumps it back out. Now the blood vessels include the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. I repeat that, it includes the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. Let me explain in details. So arteries are blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart. They take blood to the organs of the body. And then veins are blood vessels that take blood back to the heart. If you remember when I was saying that it takes deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart to get oxygen again and then goes out. So the arteries are the ones that take blood to the body. They take blood to the body. So, and the veins take blood away from the organs of the body into the heart to get more oxygen. The capillaries are tiny blood vessels that carry blood into cells. So we're going to do a quick test. You mention the 3 cells of the blood. Number 2, you mention the 3 blood vessels. And number 3, what is the function of the heart? If your answer to number 1 is red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, then you're correct. If your answer to number 2 is arteries, veins, and capillaries, you are right. And if your answer to number 3 is the heart functions to pump blood around the body, then that is excellent. That means you've been listening, which is a great thing. So, until next time, remember to stay safe, wash your hands, keep your hygiene level up, enjoy your vitamins, enjoy fruits, stay hydrated, drink clean water, wash your hand for 20 seconds. It's enough for you to sing happy birthday to you. Sing it twice and wash your hands with soap. Stay safe and bye for now.
This is an AIDS charity initiative powered by the Malala Fund.
Hello students, my name is Mrs. Oluwashina and I'll be teaching you mathematics on the ACE Radio School. I know you're probably wondering how I will teach you math through the radio. Don't worry, I believe we will have fun as we follow through today's teaching. I promise to make it fun. Today's topic is solving equation. Yes, equations. Before we begin, I'll give you 5 seconds to get a pen and paper. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Okay, are you ready? Let's do this. Solving an equation is like solving a puzzle. Hence, to solve an equation, you need to find the value of the unknown letter. In math, the letter usually is X, but it could be other letters. Let's consider this example. X plus 7 equals 15. X plus 7 equals 15. The first thing you should think of is what can I add to 7 to give me 15? Can you count from 7? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow! 8 numbers in all. Hence, X, which means the unknown number, is 8. Another method is always looking at the equal sign as a bridge needed to be crossed to the other side. Remember, see the equal sign as a bridge. Let's consider this example. X minus 8 equals 12. Can you ask yourself why X is not standing alone? Oops! X is not standing alone because there is a negative number 8. What is a negative number? A negative number is a number that carries a minus sign. It is always less than 0. A negative number is a number that carries a minus sign. It is always less than 0. Now back to X. What do I do? Are you asking what a positive number is? Okay, a positive number is that number with a positive sign. Usually, we do not always put a positive sign. We have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But note, as long as it doesn't carry a negative sign, then it is a positive number. I'll add a positive number 8 to the negative number 8 and its right hand side. Therefore, I have X minus 8 plus 8. That's the positive number I just added to the left hand side. Then I add it to the right hand side, becoming 12 plus 8. I take it again. X minus 8 plus 8 equals 12 plus 8. Finally, X can stand alone because minus 8 plus 8 will give a 0. Hence, X equals 20. Quite simple, right? I'll take that again. X minus 8 equals 12. I'll add a positive number 8 to the negative number 8 and its right hand side, which gives me X minus 8 plus 8 equals 12 plus 8. Finally, X can stand alone because minus 8 plus 8 will give 0. Hence, X equals 0. Let's take it a step further. Check out this example. 3x equals 12. 3x equals 12. This is simple. Ask yourself, what's not making X to stand alone? What's disturbing X from standing alone? It's 3. But note that this is a multiplication case. Therefore, you will have to divide both sides by 3. Let's go. 3x equals 12. Divide both sides by 3. You have 3x over 3 equals 12 over 3. 3 divides 3, you have x standing alone. 12 divided 3 gives you 4. Hence, x equals 4. Wow! This is so simple. Can we take that again? 3x equals 12. Don't forget, I'm looking for x. But what's making x not to stand alone? It's 3. So, I divide both sides by 3. 3x divided by 3 equals 12 divided by 3. 3 cancels out 3. I have x. 12 divided by 3, I have 4. X equals 4. Finally, x is alone with 4. Let's check out this more complex example. 2a plus 3 equals 13. 2a plus 3 equals 13. Let's look at the numbers on the left and the numbers on the right. Can you use your right hand and your left hand to sort this out? We have 2a plus 3 on the left and 13 on the right. Think of how to get rid of 3 on the left and station it on the right. Wow! 3 is a positive number. Therefore, I'll subtract 3 from both sides. Then I'll have 2a plus 3 minus 3 equals 13 minus 3. Don't forget, I told you that plus 3 minus 3 will be a 0. So, let me take that again. 2a plus 3 equals 13. 2a plus 3 equals 13. I'll subtract 3 from both sides. Then I'll have 2a plus 3 minus 3 equals 13 minus 3. That will give me 2a on the left hand side, then 10 on the right hand side. I'll have to divide both sides by 2, which becomes 2a divided by 2 equals 10 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2, which makes a stand alone. 10 divided by 2 will give you 5. Hence, a equals 5. Okay, are you ready? Why not try this? Get your pen ready and try this. 4a plus 1 equals 17. I'm waiting. 4a plus 1 equals 17. So you subtract both sides by 1. I believe you're doing the right thing. Great! You have 4a plus 1 minus 1 equals 17 minus 1. You have 4a standing alone on the left hand side and 17 minus 1 becoming 16 on the right hand side. Then divide through by 4. A equals 4. Excellent! Well done! Well done! Do you want to try another one? Let's give it a shot. Well done, everyone. You're doing very well. 3a minus 2 equals 13. 3a minus 2 equals 13. Don't forget to consider the number on the left hand side. We are adding 2 to both sides this time around, which gives us 3a minus 2 plus 2 equals 13 plus 2. Of course, minus 2 plus 2 will give us a 0. Therefore, 3a equals 15. Then you divide both sides by 3, which gives us 3a divided by 3 equals 15 divided by 3. 3 cancels out 3, giving you a alone. 15 divided by 3, giving you 5. Hence, a equals to 5. Quite easily done. I believe you've been able to add to your knowledge in solving equations. Don't worry, if you didn't get all this on the show, I'll be back soon to explain this again. I hope you've learned more about solving equations. Have fun till we meet again. Bye for now.
This is an AIDS charity initiative. Powered by the Malala Fund.
Hello, listeners. I am Adesomi Temitai, a teacher of English and literature. I will be your ACE Radio School English teacher. Today, I will be teaching the topic Parts of Speech. Can you repeat after me? Good. Parts of speech. I hope you're ready. Do you know what parts of speech are? Don't worry. That's why I am here. In every sentence, a word is named and has its grammatical functions. Grammatical function. Sounds like a big deal, right? Don't worry, I'll teach you more about it. Parts of speech mean the class of words based on the word's function within a sentence. I'll take that again. Parts of speech mean the class of words based on the word's function within a sentence. Now, there are basically 8 parts of speech in English. How many? 8 parts of speech in English. And we'll be looking at these 8. They are noun. Can you repeat after me? I take it again. Noun, verb, adjective, adverb, pronoun, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Now I will explain them as clearly as possible, one after the other. I hope I do have your attention. Number 1, nouns. What are nouns, or what is a noun? Nouns are simply naming words, anything that names whatever is given a name, like animals, places, things, or even ideas. Now let's take a look at some examples. We have pirates, we have freedom. In name of a person, Joshua, sheep, Musa, Aminu, Saadia. These are names of people. Note that proper nouns are always capitalized. To capitalize means to write the first letter while spelling them in capital letter. For example, your name. When you say Bashir, the B starts with capital letter because it is a proper noun. In a sentence example of a noun, we have respect. I will use respect in a sentence. Respect is best earned by those who deserve it. What is the noun there? Respect, of course. So respect is a noun, of course, an abstract noun that has a name for something. Number 2, part of speech is pronouns. Pronouns. A pronoun stands in for nouns in a sentence, or it replaces a noun in a sentence to avoid repetition. Examples: I, you, he, she, it, ours, them, who, which, anybody, ourselves, etc. So we use all these pronouns when you don't want to repeat the names you've used in a sentence. Now listen to this sentence. John has learned his lesson. He would not fight with anyone again. John has learned his lesson. He would not fight with anyone again. So what's the pronoun in that sentence? Correct, he. The pronoun he is used instead of repeating John again. So we cannot say John has learned his lesson, John would not fight anyone again. Instead we use the pronoun he. The third part of speech today is a verb or verbs. What is a verb? Verbs are action words. Action words that tells what happens in a sentence. So whatever happens, whatever you do is a verb, okay? When you do something, it's a verb. Whether you're doing it physically or mentally, it is a verb. Examples are to sing. When I sing, that's a verb. I'm doing something. Dance, challenge, you are doing something mentally. Yes, it's a verb. Distract, became. Now I need you to understand that verbs are just not classified based on physical actions. When you do something mentally, when you discourage someone, you have done something. So discourage is a verb. Listen to this sentence. The politician challenged his opponent to a debate. The politician challenged his opponent to a debate. So what is the verb? Can you spot the verb in that sentence? Very good, of course. Challenged is the verb. What did the politician do? He did something. What action? He challenged. That is the verb. Number 4 is adverb. Can you repeat after me? Good. Adverb. Now listen to that word again. Add something to a verb. So additional something to a verb. Adverb. It simply means giving more information on that action. It modifies, it tells us how, when, where, and even why an action was performed. Now let's take a look at some examples. We have hungrily, carelessly, violently, rapidly, etc. These are adverbs. Now take a look at this sentence. The prisoners ate hungrily last night. The prisoners ate hungrily last night. Now what is the adverb in that sentence? Can you spot it? Very good. Hungrily. Hungrily. How did the prisoners eat? They ate hungrily. Hungrily tells us how they were eating. So whatever tells you how the action was performed, where the action was performed, to what extent, it's an adverb. Just remember, add. What is adding more meaning to the verb? What is giving us more information to the verb? I hope we are getting wiser. We are learning something. Thank you. Number 5 is adjective. The 5th part of speech today is adjective. Can you repeat after me? Adjective. Thank you. What is an adjective? An adjective describes a noun and pronouns. I believe you've known what a noun is. A noun is a naming word. A pronoun replaces a noun. Of course, adjective will now describe a noun. Now, an adjective tells us more about what the noun looks like, how tall the noun is, how short, the color of the noun, the nature of the noun. You know, anything that gives a description, a clear description of that name, it is an adjective. Let's take a look at some examples. hot, lazy, funny, middle-aged, poor. For instance, in an example, in a sentence, we can have the middle-aged doctor was awarded the most diligent. The middle-aged doctor was awarded the most diligent. So can we spot the adjective there? Very good. Middle-aged. What kind of doctor? The noun there is a doctor, and of course the adjective is middle-aged. Very good. So whatever gives more information about the noun, modifies the noun, tell us more about the noun, it's an adjective. And always remember, your adjective can come before the noun or after the noun. It is modifying. What number are we now? Can you remember? Good, number 5. So let's go to number 6. The sixth part of speech today is preposition. Can we say it together? Preposition. Now take a look at the word preposition. Preposition. Something coming between another thing. Now simply put, a preposition shows relationship between a noun and other words. Or in other words, we can say it shows relationship between a noun or a pronoun and other words. I'll explain better. When you have a noun, for instance, a bag, and you have another word, for instance, maybe the table, and you said the bag, noun number 1, is on the table, the noun number 2. So there's a relationship. What shows the relationship between those two is on, and that is a preposition. Examples are up, over, against, by, for, into, out of, apart from, etc. Take a look at this sentence. He kept his bag by the wall. He kept his bag by the wall. So what shows the relationship between the noun and the other noun? It's what? By. Thank you. By. And by is a preposition. Very good, learners. You are all learning fast. Let's move to the 7th part of speech. Conjunction. Can you say it after me? Conjunction. Everybody? Conjunction. Very good. A conjunction, as the name implies, joins words, phrases, and clauses in a sentence. Don't be scared about the word phrase and a clause. There are all types of sentences, but a phrase is just maybe a combination of 2 words and more, but does not have, does not convey a complete sense at this level. Then a clause is a complete sentence that has the person performing the action and the action that is being performed and a receiver, which is the object. Okay, so when you have something that joins 2 group of words or 2 sentences together, they are called conjunction. Of course, there are 3 conjunctions, types of conjunctions in English. We have the coordinating conjunction, we have the subordinating conjunction, of course, we have the correlative conjunctions. We'll get into that later. Examples of conjunctions are and, but, or, so, yet, with, etc. I'll take them again. We have and, but, or, so, and yet. Example, look at this sentence. Janice read through the letters but could not interpret them. I'll use another name. Amina read through the letters but could not interpret them. Now we have two sets of, sentences or clauses. She read through the letter. What do we have in between? Can somebody tell me? Amina read through the letters, but could not interpret them. Good. So the conjunction here is but. Very good. Very good. And the last one on the list today on the parts of speech is interjection. Can you say it after me? 1 to go. Interjection. Very good. Interjections are what? Expressions that can stand on their own or be contained in a sentence. That means you can make a sentence that contains an interjection. Now, we mostly use an interjection in our day-to-day conversation. When you express shock, you can just say, ouch, hey, oops, wow. So when you make such expression, it's an interjection. Someone can just say, kai, in the northern part, it's an interjection. Listen to this sentence. Ouch, it hurts, Habiba screamed after knocking her knee against the wall. Ouch, it hurts, Amina screamed after knocking her knee against the wall. So what's the interjection there? Very good. Ouch. So we have a lot of them. Ouch, wow. So when you make such exclamation, it's called an interjection. I hope we've all learned something. So can we have a recap? How many parts of speech do we have in English? Somebody, can you tell me? Good. 8 parts of speech. And can we run through them? What are they? We have the noun, 2 pronouns, 3 verbs, 4 adverbs, 5 adjectives, 6 preposition, 7 conjunction, and 8 interjection. Very good. Very good, learners. Just before we go, let's have a quick test. Okay, I'll ask you a question and just try as much as possible to identify the parts of speech in the following sentence. Now, identify the verb in the following statement. I will read the statement now. The president encouraged his subjects to be law-abiding. The president encouraged his subjects to be law-abiding. What's the verb there? Encouraged. Very good. So what did he do? Always remember yourself. What did he do? He encouraged. Okay. Identify the adverb in this sentence. Listen to the sentence now. Peter drove carelessly in order to beat the traffic. Peter drove carelessly in order to beat the traffic. Can someone tell me the adverb there? Thank you. Carelessly. How did he drive? So adverb tells us how he performed the action. Now let's look at other sentences and try as much as possible to identify them. So on your own, try to make sentences to reflect the parts of speech that we've learned and underline them on your own. Thank you and do have a good time.
This is an AIDS charity initiative. Powered by the Malala Fund.